that's fatal.
In today's video, we got Demon Finn Balor, Mike Rome playable if you want to play as him for some reason, Nikki Cross, and a whole bunch of other updated models to share with you. So let's get into the first one, and that is Becky Lynch, uploaded by Joe Mashups. For this Becky Lynch, you'll be using hashtag Joe Mashups, and it's Becky Lynch's in-game model with her makeup removed and updated so that you have more attire options for this Becky Lynch. It is the man Becky Lynch. This Becky Lynch can be an alt attire to her in-game counterpart, so you can go ahead and change her attire and it will still be an alt attire to Becky Lynch in-game. Next up, we got the Undertaker 05 and 06. I'm showcasing 06 Undertaker, but his Undertaker pretty much has long hair from 05, and then his 06 version has his hair a little shorter and slicked back. You'll be using hashtag Joe Mashups to download this Undertaker as well. This Undertaker can also be an alt attire to Undertaker in-game. Next up, we have Nikki Cross by What's the Status. This is Nikki ASH edited to look like Nikki Cross, and it comes with Nikki Cross's hidden stuff. Use hashtag Nikki Hidden Theme to download this Nikki Cross. This Nikki Cross can be an alt attire to Nikki ASH, but if you do that, you will lose out on all the hidden Nikki Cross stuff. Next up, we got APA Bradshaw by Relic Rain. Use hashtag alt to JBL or John Bradshaw Layfield to download this APA Bradshaw. Now, this APA Bradshaw can be an alt attire to JBL in-game, or you can keep him separate if you want. This is JBL's model edited to have a goatee as well as his long hair, so he looks more like APA Bradshaw. I absolutely love what Relic Rain did with this Bradshaw, and now I can make APA with Farouk as well. Next up, we got a Maurice by Joe Mashups. Use hashtag Joe Mashups. This is just Maurice with more of a nude lipstick rather than the makeup she has on her original model. So if you want to go ahead and change up this attire, you can. And this Maurice can be an alt attire to Maurice in-game. Next up by Relic Rain, we got Bobby Lashley 06. That can be an alt attire to Bobby Lashley in-game. Use hashtag 2006 attire or alt to Bobby Lashley to find this Bobby Lashley. And it's pretty much Bobby Lashley from 2006 where you wear that all black attire and rock the goatee. Next up, we got Brock Lesnar UFC by Relic Rain. There's two different versions of this Brock Lesnar, two different attires in each slot. One without the beard and one with the beard. I'm showcasing the one with the beard. Use hashtag alt to Brock Lesnar to download this Brock, and it can be an alt attire to Brock Lesnar in-game. Next up, we got Dabba-Kato, which is the updated Commander Aziz by Joe Mashups. Use hashtag Joe Mashups to find this Dabba-Kato, and this can be an alt attire to Commander Aziz in-game. Moving on, we got Karrion Kross 23 by Relic Rain. Use hashtag alt to Karrion Kross to find this Karrion, and it's pretty much Karrion's model just updated so his beard is more full and it looks more up to date. This Karrion can be an alt attire to Karrion Kross in-game, so you can go ahead and change the attire if you want. Next up by Relic Rain, we got Batista WrestleMania 35. Use hashtag alt to Batista to find him and download it, and it's pretty much Batista WrestleMania 35 that can be an alt attire to Batista in-game. Moving on, we got a really cool one, and that is the Demon Finn Balor by What's the Status. I was very surprised that we didn't get Demon Finn Balor in 2K23. Use hashtag Demon Mode Balor to find this Finn Balor. This Demon Finn Balor can be an alt attire to Finn Balor in-game, but of course he will walk out to Finn Balor's current entrance, so you're better off just leaving it separate. And if you keep him separate, he comes out to a badass entrance. I recommend you check it out. This Demon Finn Balor will also come with his hidden crowd signs for the Demon Finn Balor. Moving on by What's the Status, we got Retro Batista. Use hashtag Batista Animal to find this Retro Batista. And yes, it's Batista with his retro hair. I know this one got requested a lot, so here you go. This can be an alt attire to Batista in-game, or you can keep it separate. I personally kept it separate, but here you go. Retro Batista by What's the Status. Moving on, we got Sonya Deville by Joe Mashups. Again, this one here was just a makeup change, or it's more of an up-to-date Sonya, and it can be an alt attire to Sonya Deville in-game. Moving on, we got a playable Mike Rome by Witty the G. Use hashtag Announcer23Mr. or Witty226 to find this Mike Rome. Now, when you download this Mike Rome, you have to keep him how it is. You cannot put any clothing on him, or the game will crash. Similar to how Byron and Kayla were in 2K22, this is exactly the case for Mike Rome. So if you want to download Mike Rome, you have to keep him how it is. I personally downloaded him because I love downloading hidden models and collecting them, and it's also fun to beat up Mike Rome in-game. Next by Witty the G, we got 2009 and 2020 Hurricane that can be an alt attire to the Hurricane in-game. Use hashtag 2009 Superhero 2020 or Witty226. I'm showcasing 2009 Hurricane where he had his long hair and the different attire. I absolutely love that PC players can edit these in-game superstars because now we can do stuff like this with the Hurricane. And yes, I did recommend Witty create a Gregory Helms, so hopefully that gets made soon too. And finally, we have Jinder Mahal 17 uploaded by Witty the G. Use hashtag 17hairjinder or Witty226. This Jinder Mahal comes with his Jinder Mahal 17 attire as well as his hair on his model. And this Jinder can be an alt attire to Jinder Mahal in-game. Next up is an unfortunate update. here's a list of everyone that What's the Status currently cannot upload to the community creations due to MyRise or MyFaction like blocked tags that will just not allow us to download these models. Now, What's the Status is still trying to figure out a workaround, but in the meantime, these are the superstars and hidden characters that cannot be uploaded or downloaded to the community creations, which is very unfortunate because a lot of the MyRise original characters cannot be uploaded or downloaded. Hopefully there is a workaround, and if there is, I will keep you guys updated. Next up, we got more placeholder renders for the DLC characters uploaded by Nova Hale Female on Twitter. The first one is BFAB. Let me know what you think about this render. This is a current placeholder render as of update 1.03. Next up is Top Dollah's placeholder render as of update 1.03. Let me know what you think about this one. I find it kind of funny how this one here is very low quality when it comes to the render they use for Top Dollah. It's almost like Michael Cole was the one that picked out the render. Next up, we got Ashanti Adonis' placeholder render as of update 1.03. Let me know what you think about Ashanti's render. And finally, we got the Hit Row group render as of update 1.03. Let me know what you think about all three renders for Hit Row. And finally, wrapping up the news, What's the Status is working on a way to get intergender matches working so that he can upload all the female wrestlers to the community creations that when downloaded, they can be put into intergender matches. Unfortunately, this is causing a lot of issues, specifically when it comes to the meshing, and it's currently very glitchy, but What's the Status is trying to figure out a workaround on how to get this working. If he does figure out a way to get all the models working without glitching or crashing, he will start uploading the females to the community creations. This is not a for sure thing. This is just something that What's the Status is working on, so don't really get your hopes up with this. I'm just letting you guys know what is in the works currently. We also got some footage by Nova Hill showing you how these intergender matches could look like with Roman Reigns versus Rhea Ripley. And I really hope that What's the Status gets this working because I would love to have some intergender matches in my wrestling games. And that right there are all the current up-to-date models that you can download community creations, as well as the hidden models you can download community creations, and all the current recent WWE 2K23 news that I was able to find so far. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to give the video a like. Thank you to everyone that's been subscribing. My channel has been growing at a great rate, and I'm excited to see where I'm going to be at the end of this year. So thank you. Keep up the support, and I'm going to keep up with the content. Fatal Steven out. Peace.